space.
But a lot of so many
no matter
teams play
what,
the
you
extra
can kick
man
it in
back
from the
and-
fucking middle of the ground into
Yeah.
space. You know, some of the best players are 1, 2, 3 kicks, and then they're having a shot at goal.
Yeah. Oh, my favourite plays are still like my favourite moments in football are still the goals out of the centre of the ground.
Oh, what, straight out of a
centre
bounce?
A centre bounce goes up.
hardly
Someone wins
see.
a clearance.
Oh yeah,
and
they're
they
running.
burst
They're running
away
through.
and they
yeah.
bomb it from
That's sick.
55. When you see a player do that makes me happy that
I reckon-
it makes me know that this game's not going to struggle. You know,
Who
there'll
does
be
that for Richmond?
Shane Edwards, Brett Deledio, 2 guys who were missing last Friday night.
Do you know who does it for
slightly.
Melbourne? Two people. One's going to do it a lot
Nate
more.
Jones.
Nah, one's going to do it a
Angus.
lot more. Nah. Oh, he could too. But Jack Viney, he's going
Yeah.
to do it a lot more. But you know who pops up and does it now and then? The Wizard.
Ah,
Jeffy Garlett. He should play in the middle more often, actually. And when they throw him in there, every now and then he's done it. He's kicked goals from out of the clearances.
Yeah.
You've seen him running in. It's amazing.
He reminds me a bit of Shane Edwards.
Yeah, Tish.
The way he plays. Yeah, he's just that.
He's
that
only young.
magic.
He'll get a bit more bulk. The Wizard. Anyway,
So who
he
you
had a
guys
bad
playing
one.
this weekend?
Doggies. So Rolfie,
They're going pretty well.
we beat them last time,
I don't know.
but now we play them in the House of Fun.
Oh, yeah, they're fucking good at Etihad.
Oh, I'm not bothering to go. No way.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
I'm going to put a shame in the bank.
Free bank
You
of
better
shame.
go for the show where we St Kilda supporters. You're a part of the problem.
Yeah, what? No, the Doggies are just as bad. But if St
Yeah.
Kilda were in the top 4, you think your numbers would be up a bit.
How many do you reckon
They just don't have
supporters...
supporters, mate.
They just don't.
They do, though.
Nah,
do.
they're all
The
unhealthy.
numbers
They
are
must
there.
die off.
No,
Nah,
the
they
numbers are there.
don't. They never have had supporters. Never.
Ones that go to the game.
The biggest game I've ever seen. Them.
Rolfie's whole family. If Rolfie's listening, Rolfie, I give him this shit like about this all the time.
What?
Is that he's not a card carrying member of his team,
Neither
so he's
am I.
not a member. Which I give you shit about that all the time as well. But also, if Melbourne did what the Dogs did this year, you would have jumped on the wagon
I mean, every
about
game.
halfway through the
Oh, I would have
year.
been carrying a card for sure.
Yeah, and you would have got your membership. and you
Silver
would have
line.
Yeah, exactly. The same with the Saints, I would think.
Yeah.
But no, Rolfie's just sitting pretty. He's been to one game. And you know why? It's because he got a free ticket to come to watch Richmond. And they beat us, and he was
Rolfie,
happy.
You're better
Rolfie.
than that, mate. Shame.
Shame.
Calling everyone out.
That is a shame.
And you know what? I think he's just one of many, many Bulldog supporters who are like that. Who are just,
Get off your asses and
maybe
buy
maybe
membership.
the western suburbs is just too fucking far away.
Why don't
'Cause apparently,
You've got the entire west of the... Do people live out
Werribee
there?
and Hoppers Crossing are like a heartland for the Dogs. But the
Yeah.
reason is Werribee and Hoppers Crossing are way too fucking far away to be traipsing
Yeah.
away into
Well, you
Etihad
can get
Stadium.
non-game memberships for $50, payment plans, everything.
Exactly. I've told him this.
Is it because it just they've only won one grand final and that was, 500 years ago?
Yeah.
You can buy a membership for buddy one night of Chinese takeaway.
True. Really? At the Doggies?
Yeah, you can get $50.
A succulent Chinese meal.
A succulent Chinese meal.
You can buy a Western Bulldogs membership for a succulent Chinese meal.
It's
It's
interesting.
democracy
It's interesting,
manifest.
actually. Like that ad, the Bulldogs membership ad.
Oh, I love
It's
it. It's
awesome.
awesome.
It's great
How
ad.
funny is it?
Like this guy paints. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's a kid's party, and the kid will sit down in front of the face painter, and he'll say, "Who do you want to be?" And he's like, "I want to be Batman." He's like, "No worries," and he paints it up.
Next.
He's like, very good. Next, and the kid will stand up, and he's
I
got
wanna be
blue,
Spider-Man.
white, and red stripes across his
You
face.
butchered it. You
butchered
butchered
it.
it. First,
You
it starts
butchered it.
off with
Oh,
there's
sorry.
a kid he's playing and he's like, "Go Bulldogs," and he walks off. And then the next one is like, "I want to be Superman." He's like, "Yeah, all right." He's like, "Go Bulldogs."
and then
the
that's
whole
right. Then you
party's
see
just-
all
yeah,
the
go
kids.
Doggies.
And then it says,
Doggies.
"Be more bulldog, be more loyal." So I'm calling you out, Rolfie. Be more loyal.
Yeah, come on, you dogs.
Be more dog.
Oh, you dogs. Oh, woof, woof.
Hot dogs.
I love the
Dogs
dogs.
are pretty lazy.
Except for when they were in the 90s. I hated them in the 90s. When all the Dimatinas and the bloody...
Libertores.
Torre, Dimatina, all the Lygon Street.
Scotty
Wine.
Scotty Wine. Danny Southern. Scott West. Romero.
Danny
They were
Southern.
like Scarface team, man.
It was a
I hated
Scarface
them.
team,
They
wasn't it?
sound like a team full of wrestlers.
And they were dirty as. I remember one year when they were coming back under Terry Wallace. That was their first year after the documentary they made, Year of the Dog.
Yeah, that's
it's like
right.
98 or something.
Yeah.
And they actually became really good. And they were playing us, and they
got
did all
Winmar
these
that
dirty fucking tricks
That's right.
to win.
How many games did Winmar play for him?
60 or so?
That was in the mid-thousands, was it? Or early thousands?
No, 98 he left.
Yeah? Oh.
Well, 98 or 99, but he was definitely...
All right. An interesting question for you two.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in finals contention. That's set in stone.
Oh,
Who
really?
would you love in the current top 8 right now to win the flag?
Doggies.
Doggies.
Fair enough. Nice and easy question. There you go.
Easy.
Jack,
I was hoping for a little bit of
Jack,
love.
we
won
would
enough.
love... We want to stretch out this saga.
Yeah.
Richmond's kind of like Game of Thrones. We want to kind of just keep...
Get a few more
you know,
seasons out
a
of
few
me.
more seasons left. We don't want you to... If you've been to the top of the mountain before us...
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I mean, I hate
If
to
the
say it, I don't want either of you
Doggies were
guys
to
to
win
another
it,
grand
it would
final.
be the greatest story in AFL's
Yeah,
history.
it would. It would, wouldn't it?
Easy.
Came from fucking
Easy.
nowhere
Yeah, but
last
they'll
year.
never
New coach.
even get to the grand final because they have like an invisible force shield around
Oh,
it.
now they believe.
But how many times have we heard
They're a
it?
good
They
side.
spike up,
Very
they
good
spike
side.
down, they spike up, they spike down.
But they just haven't spiked down this year.
No.
No, they
They
spike up and down over the course of decades. Like
No,
how
but
many
this
times
is
have they been
new.
good
This
for
is
a?
new.
Yeah, but they were in 2000.
They
Six,
could almost
Luke Beveridge
seven.
is a
You
sensational
know, they could be the Port Adelaide.
Remember when they
of
nearly
last
beat
year.
the Cats? They nearly beat Collingwood in those finals. They were like 3 or 4 years apart.
Yeah, that's true. If Port was to go on and win it last year, you wouldn't say they were undeserving.
No, exactly. And I think the Dogs have almost they've pulled a Port, even a little bit better than a Port, because the year
Port,
before Hinkley got them to the finals,
Yeah.
and
He's with us now.
no one really expected them, huh?
Is Hinkley with us now?
No, Hinkley's still there.
The former Doggies coach.
No, I'm talking about Port now.
Oh, sorry.
So last
Hinkley,
year,
yeah,
Port went to a prelim.
Yeah.
The year before that, they made the finals when in Hinkley's first year.
Yeah. How did they make it? How was their run to that final?
In
those finals?
in Hinkley's first year.
2000.
Well, they didn't have many expectations on them. They sort of snuck into the 8 a little bit.
Did they make some damage in that final series though? Didn't they win?
Yeah. They
Oh,
won the
wasn't
first
that
round.
wasn't that the goal?
They
lost,
beat
but
Collingwood. They beat Collingwood, and then they played possibly Geelong. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
and I remember what's his name.
But then
Kicked,
last
like, a
year,
freakish goal.
They lost to
West
Hawthorn by 4 points or something.
Yeah, so they were doing like a Doggies have done in the past. That's what I mean, man. I'd love to see the.
The only
Doggies
thing with the
make it to
Doggies is
final.
they haven't beaten any of the big 4. Well,
Yeah.
they beat West Coast in round 2, but I think that was before West Coast sort of.
And they've
got
only
the game
played.
going.
I think they've only played at the G against us, and we beat them.
And
at the
we
G.
played them at the G, and they beat us.
Oh, there you go.
Their run and gun style works unless it's in the wet. I don't think it'll work in the wet. If they end up with a wet final somewhere, I think they'll be in a bit of trouble.
Do you still think Do you think they're big enough?
I don't know. Their game plan seems to hold up to it.
They've got a lot of depth.
Yeah, they've got. Well, I mean, that's what you see. They won the VFL Premiership last year. They came from nowhere. Yeah, and they won the VFL flag last year.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck, I didn't know that.
yeah.
And a lot of those boys. Was Jong in that
a lot
team?
of them are playing. Yeah, Ling Jong was in that team. A
Did
lot
we-
of them are playing in the AFL team at the moment.
No shit. How do they do it? Because
Well,
they always seem to get back on
You
their
know
feet
what though?
really
Because I suppose because they dropped down, they've always had good recruiters. They find kids that no one else was going to sort of take. Maybe like the Bont.
The Bond's awesome.
The Bont's awesome, but he slipped a little bit later than people thought. He was taken earlier than people thought. Jake Stringer had injuries as a teen.
Oh,
Before
really?
he was taken, so
He's a gun.
all these people passed on him, and he's an absolute gun.
And they've got a lot of father-son little guns.
Yeah, they do.
Those fucking Scarface
And if you think
boys.
about Liberatore, who was last year was probably one of the best midfielders in the comp,
Yeah.
he hasn't played a game this year.
I know.
He's their best and fairest
I
winner
know.
from the year
How
before.
fucking crazy is that?
To give it context, your best and fairest winner last year, Nathan Jones.
Yeah,
Imagine
he
if
has to be
Nathan
there.
Jones hadn't played all year.
Oh.
Our best and fairest winner, Trent Cotchin. Imagine if Cotch hadn't played all
I
year.
know. It's amazing. You must be pretty happy as a Doggy supporter this year.
I would be. I definitely would be.
They're very passionate. The few that are there.
Yeah.
I know. The ones that I do know, they're pretty passionate.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm almost a little bit worried to run into them in the finals.
Doggies.
The Doggies.
Yeah, of course you would
Yeah.
be. I think you'd be worried running it. Who would you not be worried if you were to run into a final?
Anyone from the top 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone else is fucking...
Yeah, top
flip of the
4, I
coin.
reckon we could take them. But the other ones, I don't know.
You get yourself up for the big games, you just don't get yourself up for the middling games. And that's why you're a
You know what? We have done from
shame team.
We have done for most, like, early in the year we didn't, and that's hurting us now. We lost games that we shouldn't have.
Yeah,
What would happen if you guys didn't make the finals?
Oh, I'd be pretty
Would
upset.
Harbert go?
I don't know. I don't think Harbert would go because the administration's stuck by him the whole time, and a very,
That's all
very
well and good.
yeah. But at the end of the day,
for something
at
like
the
that
end of
to
the
happen,
day-
have to be
but-
injuries
but,
and
yeah,
stuff.
but at the end of the day, it's his coaching style that has enabled us to beat the top teams in the comp.
Yeah.
That he's figured them out and he's told them how to play. The reason they drop these games that they shouldn't is on the players, not him.
Yeah, true.
Like he's shown that he can come up with the structure. At the end of the
They've
day,
got
I
to
think
pull it
way too much pressure is placed on the coach
Yeah.
in terms of like when a year ends and they've done poorly. You have to look back at the players at the end of the day and look at it overall. Like if it's obvious that
Yeah.
the players aren't listening to him.
Yeah, good work. It's always done.
I was talking in general there, but
I agree with you, but
yeah, fair enough. It's my week off.
it's your week off. Save it for the mic next week.
Next week.
Let's get to the tips and then let's get out of here.
Alright, let's get these tips going. We will. I will
When do
try
I
and
get
rack
my
up some
gnome,
scores.
Mr. Burns?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yo, my name shame. Name shame. Name shame.
Gnome shame.
As soon as I get this week is going to be things are going to start relaxing now after TEDx and stuff,
Yeah.
and then we'll go to Bunnings and find you a nice gnome.
Nice St Kilda gnome.
I'll
Alright,
paint some
start
some ink
with,
on his arms and call him insane in the membrane.
all starts with Friday night. Sydney versus Collingwood.
Sydney.
In Sydney.
Collingwood,
Collingwood for me. No buddy. They're in a bit of trouble.
no
with
bloody
Sydney, I
worries.
think. Alright.
Pies are back.
Etihad Stadium, Essendon, Adelaide.
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 Essendon.
No, Essendon stink.
Yeah, they're going to get up one day.
Hey Pong.
North Melbourne, St Kilda.
Imagine if they
North
came
Melbourne.
last.
I'd love it. Oh,
Sanus.
one for the Bombers.
North Melbourne or St Kilda?
Same.
Josh?
North.
Yeah, North for me as well.
Just.
Port Adelaide, GWS at Adelaide.
Port.
GWS.
Port for me. Geelong, Hawthorn at the MCG.
Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
Ooh, yeah, Hawthorn. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Kenneth's
Listen,
curse is over.
if it
Yeah,
works,
it's way
it works
over.
for me either way.
It's almost gone back the
It,
other way.
it works for me either way because if Hawthorn win, I get a tip. If Geelong win, then things help Richmond.
Oh, great.
That's
Always look on
On
the bright side of life.
Brisbane, Carlton at the Gabba.
Slow
what
down.
a stinky game that would be.
What was that one?
Brisbane, Carlton at the Gabba.
You'd be able to smell it from here.
That reeks.
Brizzy.
Who
Brisbane.
cares? It's a draw.
Give
0
it a
all.
draw.
Nah,
Brisbane.
Brisbane. The cellar dwellers.
Richmond, Gold Coast.
Crack open a vintage 2015 Carlton.
A nice blue drink.
Richmond, Gold Coast.
Richmond. He'd want
The
to
Where?
Mighty Tigs
Where?
at the G.
Oh, jeez.
Don't
Gold-
say it.
Gold Coast.
You motherfucker. Shame.
Shame if you get lost to the
You
Gold.
lose.
If
Oh, boy.
If you guys lose to the Gold Coast, consult the bones, please.
Oh, yes, hang on. Good call.
Oh,
Will Richmond lose to the Gold Coast?
And if you do, you're getting shamed
Oh.
for the rest of the
That's out.
season.
Looking forward, look to the future, and
The ones
Yes.
downstairs.
don't worry about him. He's out.
Look to the future and yes.
Alright, so if you guys happen to lose
The young guns. Benell's gonna kick 5
the
goals.
shame bell,
I'll tape the shame bell to my head for a week if we lose to
This is
Gold
the
Coast.
Bones are on it now. Like if this is their biggest, if they don't
worried.
prove this one right, then we can officially
Why'd you
consult
have to
the
put the
bird. Follow the bird. Forget the bird. Follow the
Western
bird.
Bulldogs, Melbourne at Etihad Stadium. Western Bulldogs for me.
What?
Doggies.
Doggies. We've already beaten them, so